have to be completely delusional, completely out of touch with reality to have a political leader and seriously say to yourself, I don't like this guy, so I'm going to leave the country. You know, we've seen celebrities do it. We've seen like certain individuals doing it, you know, politicians maybe, but like a YouTuber with no practical skills going on live stream, I'm going to move to another country because I'm scared of Trump. Like, holy fucking shit. Like, so you're telling me, okay, so ReviewTechUSA has confirmed, apparently, that he is going to sell his parents' house and use the money to immigrate to another country because he's scared of Donald Trump. Like, oh, Trump is going to discriminate against people like me. You know, I'm living in a fascist dictatorship, so I got to get out now. You know, because fascist dictatorships let you do that. Like, oh man, Trump is like the worst dictator in history. He is the reincarnation of Hitler, Mao, and Mussolini, all like the spawn. They all had like a gay orgy, and they somehow like out of all the fluids, like out came Trump. You know, this is what ReviewTechUSA is really trying to tell people, that Trump is so evil that he has to get out of the country. So let's get in mind. Let's go over like ReviewTechUSA's like work history for a minute here, because like, you know, if you're gonna move to another country, you're gonna have money, you're gonna have to have resources, you're gonna have like some kind of qualified skill, because you know borders exist and you can't just jump the border to Canada or whatever. You can't just go to Mexico. Like, you know, they do enforce border laws for people of our skin color. So they will discriminate against you, Rich. You aren't going to be allowed to go to Canada or whatever. Like, there's going to be very hard limitations on what you can do because you don't have a qualified skill set. You know, you don't have a passport. You don't know the first thing about immigrating to another country. Like, and like what's even the point, really? You know, if you're in like a blue state anyway, like it's like you're really so scared of Trump that you're gonna root up like your entire life, sell your house and move, you know, with like leaving your elderly parents to rot, like, you know, leaving your blind daughter on the streets. Like, you're just going to move to another country, you know, probably hoping that you don't have to see your fat ex-wife again. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think that's going to work out for you. I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think he's not even going to do it. You know, like this is the same thing we see with all these celebrities, right? They always like bang on about Trump, about how they're going to like, I don't know, move to Canada and like make their permanent residence in the UK or something. Like, we're going to live in a real society. And then they just like, they don't do anything. You know, because like, you know, when you're upper class, you're kind of insulated from all the problems, and like nothing Trump says or does really matters to you anyway. Like, to me, it's just virtue signaling. Like, it doesn't really do anything other than like signal like other liberals that like, I'm one of you guys. Please give me money. Pay attention to me. Like, I have no values or convictions, but yeah, I hate Trump too, guys. Like, that's kind of the mindset that all these people are in, is that they don't really have any values. They don't have any ideas. They don't really have any real philosophy on life. Like, all they want is for like you know, someone to come in and just kind of throw money at them. So, you know, like someone like Rich, like, yeah, he would want like, you know, a Democrat in office who, like, I don't know, gives YouTubers free money or something, you know, like, you know, healthcare. I don't know what, like, you know, what he wants exactly, but like, you know, his mindset is that like, it's about me, 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 me. It's not about like an actual country. It's not about like, you know, how he actually, you know, the actual government or how it's run or what they're doing. It's entirely about his perspective and like what the government does to him. And as a result of that, he's just sitting there, 11 hours a night streaming endlessly, ignoring his crying blind daughter, like seething about Trump on live stream. Like he doesn't really have any idea of what's going on in the world. He has no idea. He knows nothing about politics. Like like his politics are like he just hates Trump. Like that's it. Like probably because he's the kind of person who thinks that's gonna get him laid. Okay. Like he's just sitting there seething about Trump, and then like I don't know, sending clips to like OnlyFans thoughts, like, hey, aren't I a good little soy boy? Like, like he's 100% trying to do it, 100% trying to smash with his political opinion. And like the worst thing about this is, and I do think this does need to be like explained a lot when it comes to NPCs. People have this mindset that like NPCs are always universally left. Not true. So what's going to happen when like Trump wins and like his ideas start becoming more mainstream and it starts more becoming more politically acceptable to be MAGA and to like start fixing the problems in this country, what you're going to see is a lot of people like Rich shift. So they're going to like, they're going to do the chameleon move where they just go from blue to red. Like, oh man, what are you talking about? I don't hate Trump. I've always loved Trump. I've always secretly been MAGA. It was just I was only saying those things because of my family. Like the woman I had babies with was going to take all my money if I didn't go on live stream and say this. Like they're gonna like pull all kinds of stops to like pretend they were always one of us, when we win, and they kind of have to like, come crawling back because they're not going to do anything. Rich probably can't even walk outside of his house. This guy is so fat that a 5 minute walk, like not even a brisk walk, would probably like wear him out. And he just go like, like Rich can't even take the effort to go for an hour-long walk every day. He can't go to a gym. He can't lose the weight. He can't eat better. And he certainly can't retain relevancy on YouTube because his career trajectory is very similar to Boogie 2988's, where it had that initial like huge meteoric rise, and then it had that like sharp decline. And there was never any real return to form. And I think that's kind of what Rich is going through now. Like the only thing keeping him relevant is just his decades worth of sycophants who just latch onto him, like making Rich Tomorrow jokes and just laughing at his expense. Because I have never heard anyone cite ReviewTechUSA as a reliable source for tech information. Usually when they talk about tech, people talk about like IGN or Digital Foundry, or they talk about like I don't know, like some other like high def channel. Like they don't go to Rich. They don't go to like some obese man child like screaming at the TV, like trying to make jokes about Harmon Smith. Okay, like nobody wants to see that. Like nobody wants to see you, Rich. Like it's just a failing brand. It's a failing channel. It's a failing platform. And considering like how long he's been on YouTube, considering the loss of his million sub channel, considering everything he's done over the past several years, I think he has a lot more to worry about than Donald Trump being president. Like not once have I seen him go on stream and just be like, okay, here's my plan for the future. Here's how I'm going to get a job. Here's how I'm going to like improve my livelihood. Here's how I'm going to like help my family. Here's how I'm going to lose the weight. Like, no, like every single time he sits there and complains about Trump in between like dark side Phil clips, like he hates Trump as much as he loves DSP. So like I don't know what I don't know what like his long-term plans are. Like, I checked his channel today, and like this guy really does only stream once a week, which is kind of crazy for someone who's supposed to be like a career live streamer or whatever he's supposed to be. Like once a week, 11 hours straight, he'll just go on some drug-fueled bender and just start like watching endless amounts of DSP clips and like interspersed with like commentary on Trump that he probably got from watching the Young Turks or like some or some liberal propaganda like that. Rich is not taken seriously in the political sphere. He's not even taken seriously in the gaming sphere, which is the lowest of the low when it comes to commentary communities on YouTube. He is like the dirt on the bottom of that community. He is just lying there like the worms eating away at his decaying corpse while other better YouTubers constantly just rag on him constantly for all of the crazy mistakes he's made over the years. This is not a one-off occurrence. ReviewTechUSA is completely insane, and more people need to call him out on it.